In pursuing an uncommon life, one of the factors that will always be a part of the matrix is the relationships that we have. And I would suggest to you that you can have uncommon relationships. In fact, I believe that if we put in the right kind of effort, that we can have relationships around us that are life-giving, that are encouraging, that are fun, that are meaningful. And whether that's your marriage, whether it's friendships, whether it's extended family, the point is that we live in a time right now where relationships are very shallow. We may have 1,000 friends on Facebook, but do we really have friends? We may have 18,000 people following us on Twitter or on Google, but do we really have relationship? And I find that many times relationships are based in the premise that something is expected of me by the people that I'm in a relationship with, and if I don't carry through on that expectation, then my friendship falters or is in jeopardy. And here's the problem with that. If your relationship with someone is based in their expectations, their opinions, and what they want from you, you don't have much of a relationship. I tell you what, in the last couple of years, my wife and I have had the great privilege of coming into some new relationships. I'm not saying that old relationships that we've had for many years are bad ones or that they're bad people. In fact, we still do life with many of them. We still enjoy going out to eat or having somebody over for dinner or just to hang out. Those things are important, but I'm talking about a different level of relationship now. I'm talking about relationships where there's an exchange of life, where there is a true accountability, where there is, when we get together, it's like we never were apart, and we can actually talk about our dreams. We can talk about our fears. We can talk about our insecurities. We can talk about our faults. We can talk about the things that are challenging us that week and that we need prayer about, or we need help with, or we need accountability on. I'm talking about friends that are on a similar path. One thing that I've noticed about relationships is this, is that if God invites you on a journey, if He invites you to go a particular direction in your life, here's the thing, if you're walking down a highway and you say yes to the Lord and you begin to follow His leadership, and that means you exit the highway that everybody else is on, that means you're taking a different path. And the longer you follow the new path, the more distance is created between you and those old relationships. And all of a sudden now they don't understand, well, why aren't you still doing this? Or why aren't you still hanging out here? Or why aren't you still talking about that? Or why are you guys not with us more often? And it's because there's a new path that you've been called to, a new path you've decided on. And I would say that don't fear letting go of old relationships if you need to. Because in the process of following this path, God will send new relationships to you, and they will be uncommon relationships. I want to encourage you, don't settle for shallow relationships. Don't settle for being somehow appeased or feel secure in the fact that you've got so many friends on some social media network. Those are not real relationships. Those are common. Everybody has those. But who in your life is an uncommon relationship? Do you have an uncommon relationship with your wife or your husband? Do you have an uncommon relationship with your children? Or is your relationship with your kids like everybody else's? You know, go, do. You know, 2 ships passing in the night, 5 ships passing in the night. No real depth, no real intimacy. You see, uncommon relationships involve intimacy on the highest levels. Who do you have in your life that's an uncommon relationship? And if you don't have any, my encouragement to you is to pray and ask your Heavenly Father to send people into your life with which you can have uncommon relationships. My name is Brian Holmes. Thanks for joining us today. Hope this has helped you. We'll talk to you again very soon.